Hey, sis. Long time no talk. How long has it been? Like, oh wow, 5 years, huh?
Why are you texting me, Jody? Do you need something?
Well, I'm getting married.
Oh, huh. Congrats, I guess. Bye.
Hey, wait a sec. Don't you have something more to say than congrats? Your little sister is getting married.
Not really. We never have had that good of a relationship, Jody. I mean, I'm happy for you, I guess. But I'm not sure what you're expecting from me. We haven't spoken in 5 years.
I bet you're just jealous of me because I'm getting married and you aren't. Jealousy is not a good look on you, sis.
What makes you think I'm jealous? You're the one bothering me about this. I don't really have anything much to say, if I'm being honest.
If you're gonna treat your own flesh and blood like this, then clearly you've got a problem with me getting married.
Did you just text me to accuse me of being jealous about a wedding I knew nothing about before this?
No, I do actually have an important thing to tell you. Do you know who I'm marrying?
I don't really care.
At least pretend to be interested in this, Elena.
Why should I? I genuinely don't care. And me not caring doesn't change anything about this.
Well, when you know who it is, you will care. You'll definitely regret finding out from someone other than me.
Why would who your husband is going to be matter to me at all? If anything, I'd rather know less about your life than I already do. Living with you was so incredibly disruptive to just about everything that I don't think I have any real desire to involve myself in your life.
Oh my god, quit being so dramatic, Elena.
I'm not being dramatic. I'm just telling it how it is.
Ugh. You're always so impossible.
If you're gonna be weird about it, I don't want to do this.
Fine, whatever. I'll just tell you if you're not going to guess. The person I'm marrying is your fiancé.
What? What fiancé?
Isn't it a big surprise? I wish I could be there in person to see the look on your face.
What are you talking about?
It's not that hard. Your boyfriend got sick of you and started dating me instead. Probably because I'm way cuter and prettier and more fun than you. I do feel kinda bad for you. But since you don't care about me and my life, I guess it doesn't matter.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anyone who knows you. I'm not sure how any of this could even be remotely possible.
Are you really gonna sit here and pretend you don't have a boyfriend? Just so you don't have to admit I won? Lame.
I'm not pretending. I really don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anyone who has even met you who isn't a family member.
Whatever, you can keep acting like you don't if it makes you feel better. Or well, I guess you don't have to act like you don't since he's mine now. But still, it's not cute just to play dumb. Just because you don't want to admit you're a failure. It just makes you look stupid if anything.
Okay. Whatever. I have so many other things I could be doing than listening to this. So I'm gonna silence my phone now. Bye.
Whoa, wait. At least talk to me for a little while longer. I want to tell you all about my awesome fiancé. Or well, maybe you already know everything since he was yours first. Elena? Hello. What's going on, Elena? Are you truly not planning to attend my wedding? At least give me your address so I can send you a formal invitation. You could at least have the courtesy to RSVP like a normal person.
I mean, you could just ask Mom or something.
I did ask her, and she didn't give it to me. She told me not to bother you.
I mean, it's too late now. Why do you need to send me an invitation in the mail anyway? Why does it matter?
Because you're expected to RSVP.
Why can't I just tell you I won't be attending? Isn't that the same thing? It saves both of us the time and effort of sending something in the mail. Not to mention the postage.
That's just the proper way to do it. I send you an invitation. You check the little box. You return it in the mail. I receive it and record your response. You don't just reply to my email saying, I'm not going. It's impolite.
Wow, okay. You're the one lecturing me on being impolite? That's ironic. You should write for sitcoms.
Ugh. Can you please stop with all the sarcasm?
Send me an invitation if it really matters to you. I'll follow your RSVP ritual, but my answer won't change.
Ugh. Fine. Whatever. Can you at least tell me why you won't be attending?
I thought about it. I mean, most people attend the weddings of their relatives even if they don't like them that much. It's a free meal and drinks in exchange for a lousy present from Target or something. But the more I considered it, the less I wanted to deal with you and your drama. Plus, I have prior commitments on that day.
What could be more important than a wedding?
I have a life.
Is it really that important that you can't come? Can't you cancel or reschedule?
It's more important than your wedding.
There's no way it can be that important. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Can't you be considerate of me for once?
I told you, I can't make it. I have to be somewhere that day. And it's not something I can easily reschedule. Not that I would want to. Especially not for whatever kind of wedding you're planning.
Oh, whatever. I bet you're just still upset because I dated Wayne. You must have realized it when you saw his name on the evite.
You mean Wayne? Well, yeah, I know someone named Wayne.
Of course, you know him. It must have been quite a shock to see it in writing. Makes it all the more real, I'm sure.
It wasn't really a shock. Why would I be surprised that you're marrying someone I don't know? I'm pretty sure you have him confused with someone else.
Sure. I think you're the one confused here. You're just trying to deflect from the fact that I'm marrying Wayne. And you don't want to see me succeed.
No. Like I said before, I don't have a boyfriend named Wayne. And this Wayne guy you're marrying isn't anyone I've ever been involved with. So you're not stealing my boyfriend or anything.
Well, yeah, of course not. Because I already took him from you.
If I never had a boyfriend or fiancé in the first place, how can you take him from me?
Isn't it obvious? Do you really need me to explain it to you? I'm marrying Wayne. And I'll get to be his wife and have all his money, and you won't.
Yeah, I get that.
And all the time you spent trying to do the same are going to waste. Because I'm locking him down when you couldn't.
Yes, Jody, I understand the concept of stealing someone's boyfriend. I'm not as stupid as you think I am. I am still pretty sure this isn't the same Wayne I'm thinking of.
So there is a Wayne?
I mean, I know a guy named Wayne, yeah. But this doesn't sound like the Wayne I know. And I'm not dating any Waynes. And I definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, have never been engaged to anyone named Wayne.
Clearly you're just in denial. You just don't want to believe me, so you're making all this up. It's pathetic, really. Though also kind of funny.
If thinking that makes you feel better about doing whatever you're doing, that's fine. Keep on thinking that. But I'm not in denial about anything. In fact, none of this really makes sense to me. I don't really know anyone rich, let alone anyone I was going to marry. I'm not sure why you'd think I would care about you marrying someone for their money. And me not being able to. Especially when it's some rando I hardly know. Money is nice, but I don't really care that much about it. Nor do I care about you marrying someone rich.
You're just saying that. You clearly do care and you're just lying about it.
I really don't know what any of this is about. But what I do know is that I've never had a fiancé named Wayne. Let alone a rich one.
The lies aren't helping your case, sis. Just get this over with and admit you're jealous or something so we can move on. The more you lie about it, the more you just dig your grave.
I don't know how I can stop lying about something I'm not lying about in the first place. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. And frankly, I don't know why you should care in the first place. If you really want to marry this guy, why does it matter that he's my ex that you stole from me? And it doesn't change the fact that I'm not going. If anything, it makes me want to go even less.
Why are you always so difficult? You're such a sore loser. You've always been, even when we were little girls. You'd cry and cry because I beat you every time we played a board game.
I'd cry because you'd cheat and mess everything up whenever I was winning. That's why I stopped playing with you. I wasn't a sore loser. I was just sick of dealing with you.
No, you just didn't want to lose. And now that I've won fair and square, you just don't want to admit it. At least come so I can have the pleasure of seeing you cry when I marry your fiancé.
What makes you think that will make me come? You're so crazy. I don't know why I even bother with this. And anyway, even if I did want to actually come in some parallel universe, where everything was backwards and upside down, I have something important I have to do that day.
Can you really not make time to go to your baby sister's wedding?
No.
Why? Are you going to be on the other side of the world?
Yeah, pretty close to it at least.
Here you go, lying again. You're clearly just jealous that I stole your rich fiancé. I guess you won't ever actually admit it. But whatever. You don't have to come if you're gonna act like this. It's a little sad, really. I don't need you stinking up my wedding with you pouting anyway.
Whatever you say, Jody. Even if I could go, I don't really feel like giving you the satisfaction by showing up anyway.
Whatever. Hey, Elena. Today's the big day. How does it feel to be the biggest loser?
Are we really starting with this again? Will you just leave me alone? I don't know your fiancé. I don't care that you're getting married. You're just annoying me for no reason at this point. Don't you have wedding preparation to do? Like hair and makeup and your dress and all that?
I can't believe you're still pretending to not care. It's pretty pathetic at this point.
I'm not pretending to do anything. Anyway, even if you don't have things to do, I do. And I'm going to get back to them. If you really want to keep gloating about marrying someone I don't know, we can talk about it later.
Come on, Elena, stop being so annoying. Don't you at least want to know how things are going? I'm gonna be live tweeting the whole thing. Oh, but I bet you don't have an account.
I do not.
You really are lame. I'll just copy all my tweets and send them to you so you can see.
Don't waste your time. I'm going to be too busy with the important thing I already told you I'm doing to check my phone anyway. I'll just get the video from Mom. Why don't you spend time focusing on the wedding you care so much about instead of bothering me with it?
I'm planning on it. But I want my sister to be included even. If she's too busy to actually come to her own baby sister's wedding.
It sounds more like you just want to torment me. Which won't work since again, I do not care. Anyway, why are you wasting your time talking to me? You should be paying attention to what makes you happy instead of trying to drag me into it.
But this wedding will make me happy. Wayne is so rich that he can buy me anything I want. And I'll be living the good life in his high-rise condo and luxury cars. I'm already happier than I could have ever imagined. The only thing that would make me happier is if you would stop acting like an idiot and just fess up.
That's not going to happen because I have nothing to fess up to. Anyway, my fiancé is calling me. I have to go.
Your fiancé?
Yes, my fiancé. I'm going to be late for my flight.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Hawaii for my wedding.
Wait, Hawaii? You're getting married? Elena, pick up. Tell me what you said to Wayne right now.
Wayne? I haven't talked to him. I'm not even sure if I've even met the guy. I told you before I don't think you're even marrying the Wayne that I know. What happened?
When I got up to the altar, Wayne immediately said he couldn't marry me and ran out of the church. Is he with you?
I'm not sure how he could be. Unless he somehow managed to magically teleport to Hawaii.
Is this all some sort of trick? Are you trying to trick me?
No. Once again, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Aren't you going to a wedding? Are you going to marry Wayne? Are you taking him back?
What? No. Calm down. I'm not stealing your fiancé. Or I guess, ex-fiancé. My fiancé and I are getting married in Hawaii. His name is Antonio. He's from Peru. So unless Wayne is also secretly a Peruvian man named Antonio, who somehow has a secret teleporter that can get him to Hawaii in an instant, I'm pretty sure he's a different person.
What? When did all this happen?
I met Antonio through work about a year and a half ago. He transferred in from our San Antonio office. We've been dating for at least a year. And he proposed to me a few months ago.
Wait, so why did I think Wayne was your fiancé?
I have no idea. I told you I've never dated a Wayne. There was a guy I used to hang out with sometimes. But that was like 2 years ago before I met Antonio. He might be the same guy you're marrying. But he doesn't sound a lot like the guy I knew. Or maybe he was. Who knows? We haven't really stayed in touch.
Why?
The moment he figured out that I was making more money than him, he literally asked me out on the spot. I told him he was crazy and he got upset. And we never really hung out again after that. But if he really is who you were gonna marry, that's pretty wild. I'm not sure how you even figured out I knew him. It's not like we were friends for that long or anything. I guess he does live near you, so you could have met him somehow.
Oh, I met him at that bar you and your friends used to hang out at. And he mentioned someone named Elena. And it sounded like you, so I jumped on him. He was hot and he sounded like he had a lot of money. And if I could also get back at you by marrying him, it would have been a win-win.
Is that really all you cared about?
I mean, I guess I sorta like him.
Sorta like him is a pretty bad basis for a loving marriage. How long have you been dating?
A little while.
Like, what, a year?
Like 3 months.
Jody. How did you get him to marry you?
I mean, it wasn't that hard. I just told him that I was pregnant, and he proposed right away.
Oh my god, you didn't. You really are unbelievable, Jody.
Look, once we got married, I'm sure I would have gotten pregnant pretty much immediately. It wouldn't have been a lie for long. But I think some of his family figured out that I was lying.
That must be why he ran.
I just wanted to make this happen. But, yeah, you're probably right.
You have totally lost it. Did you really do this just to try to get some kind of petty revenge on me?
I mean, no. He's rich. The revenge was just a bonus.
You are so shallow. It's truly amazing. So now that he's figured you out, what are you gonna do now? Obviously, a wedding is off the table.
I don't know. Everyone's left, and we're not going to be able to have the reception. And now Mom and Dad are super mad at me too. They yelled at me for like an hour.
I mean, did you expect them not to? You lied about being pregnant to trick someone into marrying you. I'd be mad if my daughter did that.
They said they weren't going to help me pay for any of the expenses for the wedding anymore.
Well, I can't say I'm that surprised about that. This is all your fault after all. But it's probably better that you didn't marry him after all.
Why?
If he truly is the Wayne I knew, he's definitely not wealthy.
How can you be so sure? He might have earned a significant amount since you parted ways.
I suppose. But he didn't appear very driven when I knew him. He was working a dead-end job, making half of what I was making. I'm doing fine, but I'm not exactly well off.
But he dresses so well.
Yes, because his girlfriends buy his clothes for him. And he steals the rest.
What? Seriously? Those have to be his clothes.
No, he's a total freeloader and a thief too.
Why would he steal clothes? I heard he earns a lot.
Who told you that?
I met one of your old high school friends at the same bar where I met Wayne. We chatted, and she told me about him and his job.
Was it Natasha?
Yes, I think that's her name. Tall blonde girl?
That's her. I don't know her well, but she knows some of my friends from school. So she might have heard something about me. Oh, you know what? I think she was actually talking about Antonio.
How would she know about him?
When I last visited home, I met some old high school friends and told them about Antonio. So he's well paid. So Natasha or whoever was probably talking about that. And you got confused, thinking she was talking about Wayne.
Oh my goodness.
Well, it's not entirely unlike you. Once you get an idea in your head, it's tough to change your mind. Did you really not consider investigating him before trying to marry him?
I thought I knew him.
You should really get to know the person you're marrying, either way. But I can assure you that Wayne had very little money when I knew him. I'd be surprised if he's better off now.
Oh no. That's not good.
What's wrong?
I haven't paid for anything related to the wedding. I thought he would handle it. So I made the reservations and gave him all the bills.
How did you manage that?
I don't know, Wayne said he'd take care of it. But it seems like he didn't. What should I do? I can't afford to cancel or have the wedding. And I'll have to tell everyone I'm not pregnant.
That's a tough situation.
I don't have the money to cover all this. It's thousands of dollars. Any suggestions?
I'm not sure. I can't help you out.
I'm desperate, Elena. Please, do something.
If it's that dire, maybe consider turning it into a smaller event?
Please, don't joke, Elena.
I genuinely don't know what advice to offer. I can't provide any financial assistance. And I'm currently far away.
Come back and support me. Somebody has to cover these costs, and I can't.
I won't pay for your wedding blunder.
Elena. Wait. Please, I need your assistance. I'm begging you.
Goodbye.
Elena. I don't have the money, and I can't get a loan. I quit my job, and my credit is terrible. I'll be homeless. Elena.
Wayne and Jody's wedding didn't happen as planned. Wayne, unable to commit to a non-existent child, and unwilling to cover the wedding costs, left abruptly and blocked her on all platforms, avoiding her calls. He vanished, and Jody never heard from him again. Soon after, collection agencies began pursuing Jody. And in her desperation to escape her debts, she turned to her parents for a loan. Reluctantly, they helped her out. But she had to work in Dad's lawn care business to repay the substantial sum they had to pay on her behalf. The revelation of her false pregnancy strained her relationship with our parents. And although she lives at home now to save money for repaying them instead of rent, they barely communicate with her anymore. On the other hand, I've embarked on a new life with Antonio. After our dream wedding in Oahu, we're happily married, living far away from Jody and her drama, and unlike her, we're expecting a real, actual baby. Meanwhile, Jody continues to toil away, cutting lawns and trimming trees, dreaming of the day when she can find a wealthy man to rescue her from her challenging life.